So many different controversies. I want to be welcoming to new people who may be a little befuddled. Essentially, Aaron Smith Levin had a falling out with former allies. Aaron had a very big YouTube channel devoted to criticizing, attacking Scientology. And more recently, he hooked up with these, quote, young protesters, quotation marks, called the Squirrels. And one of the most notorious, secretive, and very suspicious persons among them is Defender of Answer, DOA. And recently, one of his allies, Zach, a journalist, spoke to Zero Dark Tony, who has been criticizing the Squirrels and Aaron for many, many months. And that got DOA all kinds of upset. And I think DOA accidentally revealed just how cult like and very dangerous this alleged group of protesters is becoming. So let's start off with the basics, where he's just angry with Zach for speaking with Tony for reasons.
Claim to be a journalist, and I bet you this shit wouldn't fucking happen if you didn't get fucking rejected on this shit, okay?
He's so dumb.
And this is not a hate fest, man, but
you just said how much you hate
So
this,
Zach
that,
is a
the other
journalist, and he has a suspicion, and again, he says he has a source that maybe, again, these are allegations. I want to stress for YouTube, these are allegations. That's it. We don't know anything for certain. That maybe some of these donations that the Squirrels and especially DOA have been getting, because there have been unusually large amounts, may not be totally legal or legit, and maybe the government is looking into this. And apparently, for not being pro DOA enough, pro Aaron, pro Squirrel enough, DOA is very upset that Zach is not revealing his sources. He's not telling us all his information. He's not telling us clearly where he's getting this information from. Apparently, he's not understanding how journalism works. Again, journalists have some leeway here to hide sources and protect sources. How much? Yes, we can debate, but that's totally legit. So he got upset that Zach may be speculating.
But this is a friend to all is a friend to none, okay? And I was there. I was gonna fucking defend the shit out of you. But then you go on the channel with all.
Well, there are many problems here, because if you go to a lot of DOA stuff on his own streams and his own videos, he's speculating. He's making a lot of accusations about Scientology and what the Scientologists are allegedly up to, but really he doesn't know. He hasn't studied the subject with any depth. Apparently he came from the BLM protests, then hooked up with the People's Convoy, then he switched again for more money. So he doesn't really know Scientology in depth. Again, where I would differentiate myself is I have taken the time to study Scientology seriously. Study its history, study Hubbard, study Miscavige, and study anti-Scientology seriously. Again, I could still be wrong, but it's a difference between an educated guess and just, quote, sheer speculation. But even if it was sheer speculation, that's totally legit. So what is the problem? Well, DOA just gave away the whole show by saying, yeah, basically we're running a cult. But he's not calling it a cult, but he is admitting that, quote, these controversies with Zach and other controversies, we're going to handle that secretly in the back room.
Journalists outside of the whole fucking SPTV community, because nobody fucking likes them. And I'm not going to be associated with you and lose all the connection with the SPTV community because you decide that you're going to be an investigative journalist.
Right. That's what we've been accusing you people of for many months, that this isn't really a legit protest movement. It is just a lot of grifters and a lot of thieves. And I want to be clear, not all the squirrels are bad. Some squirrels, I think, are sincere. They're not well informed, and I think their tactics are very problematic. But I think they might actually be real protesters. But clearly, the majority of these people are just these very delusional people who are just shaking people down for the money. They don't know what they're talking about. And when they get criticized, they start yelling and screaming about conspiracies and this insane paranoia. But then you confront them, and the problem is the person is just being independent and not sticking to the propaganda. So what did Zach do wrong? He just spoke to Tony, and they're speculating there may be some criminal activity occurring. Again, maybe there's not. Maybe Zach is wrong. Maybe Tony is wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Many people have told me I am wrong about these things. However, it is fine to make educated speculations. And apparently for DOA, no, you got to go through the secret committee and the inner council. Oh, that's for us in the back room. That's for me and Aaron's and Streets LA. We handle it. Our little oligarchy. We're going to decide about this controversy and then do the propaganda. Well, no, DOA. We live in a free country with freedom of speech. Granted, these ideals and concepts will always be embattled because clearly he doesn't believe in free speech at all. He admitted it in this stream, but some of us do believe in some strong notion of freedom of speech, and people talking to other people without your permission, that's fine. Maybe try to be not a dictator for one day. Just try it. Just try it, DOA. Please try it. Defender of ants.